Hey guys, what's up? It's Corey, and we're back for another review today. We are talking about the Aeolus V2 Pro by Syntheticloud. Now, this review I've wanted to do for a while, but I haven't really had the time. Right now, I'm actually tuning on the Heracles tank by Sense. I'm actually testing this thing out. I'm going to be doing a review on it soon. So far, so good. It's got a nice draw, and I like the flavor, but we're talking about the Aeolus today, so let's get into that, and let's welcome you back to the Cloud Corner. Oh, yeah. Alright guys, so like I said, today we're talking about the Syntheticloud Aeolus V2 Pro. Now, a couple months ago, I had reviewed the original Aeolus, and I absolutely loved it. It was my favorite Addy, and I used it up until I got the Aeolus V2 Pro. And then I'm like, alright, time to switch. So I threw the Aeolus V2 Pro onto my dog mods, which what I had at the time, before I got my new mod, and I immediately threw a build in. I immediately threw the cotton in. I'm like, I don't want to wait. I want to see if this is the new. This is, that new-ish. Is this what's going to set it to the next level? And immediately after taking that first rip, I was like, it is. It really is. Now, it's not as tall as the Aeolus V1. It doesn't have the heatsink at the bottom, so it's not huge. It's nice and small, and I'll show you when we take a look at it up close. And what was the last thing I was saying? The airflow, absolutely. The airflow is much better drilled out than the Aeolus V1. They actually thought about the airflow, and they also made a competition cap for the V2, which I'm not a huge fan of. I don't currently have it, but I did try it, and I wasn't really thoroughly impressed. But if anyone wants to take a look at all the information about the Aeolus V2 Pro, like always, I will link it in the description. But first, let's take an up-close look at the Aeolus V2 Pro. Alright guys, so first, while we're up here, I want to point out this beautiful vape mat that Michael from over at Vape Mats sent out to me. It is absolutely awesome. I will link his Instagram below if you want to check out his other work, but this is absolutely awesome, and I love this. So everything, in my hands, but everything will be shown on my new vape mat, and it's cool because it's awesome. So let's get close up with the Aeolus V2 Pro now. There are 3 sections to the Aeolus V2 Pro. Let's zoom in on the actual deck. Now, I have a build in there right now, and this build was made by Zeke Garland from the Coil Collective. I'll link to his Instagram down in the comments too, but this is the deck. Now, it's peak insulated. It's got an anti-leak system going on because it's the way you screw it on. Oh, wrong way. This way. There we go. Now, the one thing I find tricky with it is that to get it on, well, we'll show you the deck up close. Like, if you want to look the holes. All right, the holes are just like the Aeolus V1. They're actually really nice, easy to use. Once you get the wire in there, it's just flat head down, nice and simple. Get the coils in there. Now you have 4 screws and a gold bottom on the actual deck. Now, well, it's brass, gold-plated brass. contacts, 18 karat gold plated brass. Now, you have an anti-spin square center post. It's a 2-piece deck. You also have on the top. Oops, I hit my camera. Let's go a little closer. Let me see if I can get that to show. Let's see. Okay. So the airflow, like I was saying, I gotta get the right light. There we go. That'll work. All right. Now you have 4 holes that come out the sides, just like the original one. But the original airflow had the airflow control on the top that you would spin. Now these have 4 holes that give you complete airflow, and it's actually quite wonderful. The airflow is really nice. I haven't had an issue. On top here, I have my drip tip. This is a Tekisui drip tip. I just want to show you guys. This is absolutely one of the most beautiful drip tips I've ever used. I will link to his drip tips on the bottom. But if you haven't checked him out, you have to check his drip tips out. This is actually made of an old retired bowling ball. Now, if you didn't know, I do enjoy bowling. I'm on a few leagues, and this is actually from one of the balls that I threw a perfect game with. So this is actually from a virtual gravity. And he sent me another drip tip. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Let me show you how he sends his drip tips while we're up close. Okay. I found it. So he sends it with a little pin. A Tekisui pin. It's really cool. Tekisui card and the pouch, and then the actual, it's like a little tin. So, and then inside the tin would be the drip tip. So it's actually really, really nice, and they're quite affordable, and they're well worth every penny. These are quite beautiful, and there's tons to choose from on the website. And once again, like I said, I'll link the description in the description to check it out. Now, what I mean with the reverse threading on the Aeolus is inside this piece, if you can see, it's threaded. Now, what you do with that is, my issue is you have to tighten it on a little tight on the actual 510, and then it's a reverse thread, so you're actually going backwards. And you just need to go very lightly so that you don't go to unscrew the actual whole addy. Just very small little turns, just so it's tight and you keep your system locked. And then obviously you would line up the air hole with your coil, and then you have the Aeolus V2 Pro in action. Now I'm going to wick this up because I didn't wick it up for you, so you can see the actual deck. I'm going to wick it up. We'll go out. I'll give you the conclusions, and we'll talk some details about it. Alright, so I have her all wicked up. And I say her because she is a bad bitch, this Aeolus V2 Pro. Now, I have, it's 0.12 on the Claptons that I have in there. I'm running it at 80 watts. Now, the juice I have on there today, very much thanks to my good friend Ruby Roo for sending me over her line of Lane Cove Vapor. And the one flavor I've been very anxious to try is her new Aeolus, which is a traditional oatmeal and toasted coconut cookie. Now, I did not vape this yet. I literally just dripped it. I'm going to take the first pull with you right now. Uncut, no edits. This is going to happen. We're going to share this moment. You get to see a genuine reaction. It would help if I unlocked it. That's really freaking tasty. You could taste the oatmeal. That's really good. But overall, the Addy delivers. This Addy is well worth the money. It's $75 online. There's also a version for $80 which comes with a single coil drip tip. Doesn't look that appealing for me. It's it's $80 or $85. I can let you know right this second. Actually, I have it up. Why? Because it's $80. It's available in black titanium, stainless steel, and rose gold. Now, it has a single coil drip tip. Now, the drip tip looks kind of weird. It's a double standard drip tip. You can check it out on the website. Like I said, I'll link it below. I'll link to both versions. I'll link it with the drip tip and without, and you can take a look. But overall, would I go out and buy another one? Absolutely. Would I recommend this product to my friends? Absolutely. Friends, I recommend this to you. That's pretty much what I think about this Addy. Now, performance-wise, I've never had a problem with anything Syntheticloud's put out, and they haven't missed yet. So I'm excited to see what they put out in the future, because so far they're on point. But that's enough for me. We'll see you next time on the Cloud Corner.